Now, let us talk about the global logistics, one of the important trends in logistics and transportation area. The globalization of economic activities has been one of the most important and challenging developments that is having a significant impact on the industries of the developed countries. Globalization, an important and challenging development. Of course, because of globalization, the concept of integrated logistics and reverse logistics, they also evolved. How come? Because of global logistics, because of lower cost of labor, the developed countries, they are shifting their manufacturing activities, let's say, to those countries where the cost of labor is actually low. So what actually happens? Your product becomes a world-class product. So it would have demand in major areas of the world, or most of the areas in the world. Now, you are producing your product in some country where the cost of labor is low. Raw material is coming from some country where the cost of raw material is low. And you are distributing it all over the world. So your supply, your manufacturing, your distribution, and retailing, it is not confined in one region now. It actually changes the dynamics as well. You know about OEMs, original equipment manufacturers. Now you can link it with it. The product itself would have many components which are coming from some other manufacturers. Here, integrated logistics and reverse logistics become more important because you need to satisfy that even after a heavy usage of that product, your product would be performing at some certain level. You would have seen or heard about the recalls of Sony laptops, Dell laptops, because of some faulty, let's say, batteries. Or you would have heard about the recalls of Samsung mobile phones of some model. What are these? Original equipment manufacturer has to make sure that the product is performing as per the defined functionality. And globalization or global logistics, it actually poses a challenge to those companies, those global supply chains. So what is this? In globalization, the challenges actually increase. It's not just about decreasing the cost of your inbound or cost of your manufacturing or cost of your outbound. It's also about integrating your logistics such that it would perform efficiently and effectively. So in global logistics, the first approach is to improve their processes in order to be cost competitive with third world countries which produce similar or better quality products at lower cost. You need to make sure where you are producing your product, the standards are not compromised. That is the first challenge, the first approach. Where you are producing your product, it should be of the same quality level which you are producing in your own region, or the standards which you have set for your product. They are being met in those countries as well. The second approach is to identify partners in other countries to manufacture components, subassemblies, and in some cases, even the final product. You need to find partners in your global supply chain for proper functioning of your global logistics. Why? You cannot meet the demand of all the regions by yourself. No. You need to have partners. And those partners should be your supply chain partners, such that They know what you are producing, what type of benchmarks you have followed, what is the design of your product, and actually what is the process of improving your product. They should know each and everything. That is why they should be supply chain partners. At least. If you want to go further, their supply chain alliances would be the ideal thing. But partnership is okay as well, because in that you would be sharing your objectives and missions and the product designs as well for like 4 or 5 years. So it is required. It is required. You need to have some supply chain partners for a global logistics to work. Global logistics actually involves more than managing distance, currency, and custom duties. It involves understanding the business and political environment of the countries involved, as well as the culture and language of the world workforce involved. It's not just that you will take your process there and you will just manufacture your product there, or you will just get the raw material from there. You need to know that what is the culture of the workforce there. You need to adapt yourself with that culture as well. You need to be very considerate with the workforce which is working there. You need to know about the political situation there and the business environment in those countries as well. So global logistics is not that easy to be managed. Thank you.